I should make sure I've got the right microphone going. Okay, I think we're live. Well, actually, I know we're live. I just double checked it, so I'm not even going to worry about that. Alrighty, we are back in my hardcore world, and I don't know if y'all pay attention to my schedule at all on my page, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about why I canceled again yesterday and why today's stream was delayed by an hour and a half compared to usual. So, as you know, last week I canceled Saturday's stream due to the threat for severe weather in my area. And by the grace of God, I was not hit by anything significant at all. In fact, I wasn't even hit by a storm until the following day. And that was just a bunch of rain and a little bit of lightning and thunder. However, there's a lot of communities in the area that I live that were impacted by the storms and the tornadoes that ended up popping up. And tomorrow I will be going to help out with that. So I'm not going to be able to stream tomorrow. I'm going to help out with the cleanup effort. So that's why I won't be streaming tomorrow. I did tentatively put a stream on the schedule for the day after tomorrow on Sunday. I may stream on Sunday, I may not, but that's the reason why those streams won't be guaranteed. And obviously the one tomorrow is already canceled. And next week I won't be streaming on Friday or Saturday because I will be out of town for my sister's graduation. So that's much more important to me. My sister and my family is much more important to me than a block game. So that's where I'll be. So don't think that I've forgotten about streaming. I'll be back after that. But I will be away for a little while. So go ahead and get that out of the way at the beginning of stream here. But now that all that is said, all the business is out of the way, let me take a sip of water, actually. I'm severely dehydrated today, so I'm trying to get my water back up because I'll be sweating tomorrow doing some work. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so let's get right back to it. We need to finish mapping out a few bits and bobs on this for this map here, and I do not think I have enough. Okay, so I do have enough compasses, I believe. 34, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 26 plus 6. Excuse me, 26 plus 6 is 32. Yeah, so we'll have enough. I just need the paper so that I can craft the maps, which is why I planted the sugar cane. Where did I plant the sugar cane? I think it was right in that little cove there by that mushroom. So let's go check. I don't know if I've been AFK long enough here to get this to grow. Okay, yeah, no, not at all. But in the meantime, I can go ahead and craft this into paper and work with the few maps that I get from that. And we'll go ahead and finish mapping out this big island first, or this small island first. Which actually, maybe that's not so good an idea, because I wonder if this will go out two blocks, or if it will just encompass those there, because I do need to make sure that I also get the sea monument on this side of the island in here as well. So I may actually have to bring it out a couple more blocks. So instead of that, let's actually map out that part of this island first. Or actually, let's see. Where is the sea monument? I think it's off of this map here is where the sea monument is for this one. So let's go ahead and check that, see if I would be correct. I mean, even if not, I do need to make this strip of maps anyways, so. No harm, no foul, I suppose. Actually, let me just pop up to this hill, because I think I can see the sea temple from here, can't I? Oh, yeah, okay, actually, no, it's off of the map that I'm currently on. Which is, I think, yeah, this one. It should be right beyond this map, so we'll go there first and see if I'm correct. And then we'll go from there. Knowing that I need to go north from there by 2 maps as well, so that will be a good little start to this expedition today. So let's get this boat in my inventory here. So I think I'll just map it out like this, because this will go here, and then the 3 maps I will go north with them, just to get that out of the way. All right. Take a sip of water while I'm going out there. And we determined that this was just off of this map last time. I remember that now. Okay, that's okay. That's all right. You know, I didn't double check to make sure my voice was sounding okay, but hopefully it is. All right, and I want to do this quick because these guys are dangerous. All right, we're running. These guys hit like a truck when you don't have any kind of armor. So, all right, I need to go to the north of this map now. I don't know why I decided to go right back over it. I don't want to get the mining fatigue effect. Okay. We should be in the clear for that now. I do want to get over off of, yeah. And now we open up another map. So this one goes right next to that one, and then this one will go just north of that one that I just did. That is the pain with doing these maps, is that you get to a point where every single map here is the same color, and it starts to get a little bit confusing trying to put them in the right spot. So I suppose I could put banners so that I made so that I can make sure that I'm putting them in the right spot ultimately, but yeah, that's fine. Actually, that's not a bad idea. I might actually do that, so that I just... Oh my goodness, my work computer, stop turning on yourself, by yourself. Why did my gaming mouse decide... Okay, anyways. Okay, work computer. Are you gonna stop randomly turning on now? The flashing monitor is starting to be extremely... You know, I'll just turn the monitor off. Shoot, might as well. That makes more sense, actually. Alright, now let's get back going the correct direction, so that I can place these maps down. Yeah, I'm still not sure what to do with all 4 of these sea temples. That is the... I think the biggest mystery to me. I mean, obviously I'll explore all 4 of them, simply because if they all have sponge, that's a really nice amount of sponge, especially if I'm trying to drain the ocean around one of them so I can build a guardian farm. Of course, I don't have to drain the ocean to build a guardian farm. There are plenty of ways to do it without. But I like the idea of having a dry area that shows up on the map in a lot more obvious of a way. So that's just me being particular. Okay, really? That will probably be prioritized over a map. Understood. Okay, well, I forgot that I need more item frames. Hooray. I will have to go exploring this island for a few more mushrooms to be able to make all the item frames I need for this map. So, after I place these 3 down, I'll sleep, obviously, first, and then go do that. Alright, look at that. We are back on track here. So, we have 1 sea temple, and then our second one is there. And then we have, let's see, the other one I think is, relative to this island, I think it's here-ish. Either right here or right here. And then the other one down here is right off the coast over here. So, once we get this strip done, we should have a pretty good understanding of how they're organized up. And I am going to put torches at the corners of this thing, just because I can. Not that they're needed, since mobs don't spawn here in the Mushroom Island, and I just clipped through the bed. Okay, understood. Understandable. But, okay, while I wait for the sugarcane to grow, let me go get some more leather so that I can make more item frames. And I do think mushrooms respawn, so I don't think I have to worry about killing them all off, the entire population of this island. But I suppose I should be careful. Anyways, is that a 4-block jump? I think it is. I'm gonna try and make that jump. Shazam! Oh, nope, that was definitely a 5-block jump, and you know, I should probably have water bucketed so I didn't take all that damage, but I knew I wasn't gonna die from that. But this is hardcore, so I need to be a little bit more careful, I suppose. I need like half a stack of leather, and the good news about this is that I'll also be stocking up on food while I'm doing this, so I won't have to go back to my place and get the food. Although I do suppose there's probably some grown sugarcane over at my original starting spot, but that's fine. Yeah, the original idea, I remember when I set out to explore, was to try and find a good XP, a good source of XP, but this Mushroom Island really took center stage once I found it, because it is the most majestic place I've ever seen in Minecraft. Well, it's up there at least. There are definitely some other things that I would consider to be more majestic, I suppose, but I mean, ultimately, I do think that this is pretty high up there in the top 10. In fact, I'd probably put this in the top 5 places I found, because yeah, I think I mentioned this last hardcore stream, but I don't think I've ever found a Mushroom Island legitimately in a single player world. Obviously, I've done creative single player worlds, but this is 100% my first Mushroom Island in hardcore Minecraft single player, because this is really my first real attempt at Minecraft hardcore single player. I've played hardcore on the AdStar server, obviously, a couple of times. Maybe that's not obvious to you guys, but my friends on the AdStar server do know that. Hardcore 3 was the first time ever in Minecraft history, the hardcore Penguins versus Pandas was the first time in Minecraft history that I ever got a full set of netherite tools and armor. So even out of survival and all that stuff, I'm so focused on building farms or gathering resources and stuff that I don't really I never really did all the netherite stuff because I got so used to diamond before netherite came out that it was good enough for me. So it was weird. And in Hardcore 3, that was the first time I ever really committed to using totems. So lots of firsts happened for me in that Hardcore 3 world, but I digress. We are here getting this Mushroom Island mapped properly, and I need some stone for a furnace so that I can cook my steak here. Wait, is that copyrighted? Am I allowed to sing that? Oh well, doesn't really matter, I suppose. Alrighty. Although I guess I do have the 32 pumpkin pies, so I suppose maybe I don't need to do that. But yeah, I'll go ahead and unclog my inventory with some of this stuff. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I think, yeah, well, I think we'll go ahead and continue south from this map. Well, once we get some more paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 24 more pieces of sugar cane because well, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's 8 per. So I'll need 48 more pieces of sugar cane. Rather, I don't think I have all that down here. Do I? Do I have enough to get 48 just from this? Because I planted a lot of this. So let's see how much we do get from harvesting just this one bit. Well, now that's actually not terrible, but definitely need it to give me a lot more than that. So actually, you know, I guess what we can do in the meantime is go ahead and explore some of these caves and actually grab some of the coal while we're down here. Oh, and I never put mending on the fortune pickaxe because I don't think I have a mending villager yet. Yeah, that's alright. That is just peachy. Okay, we seriously have a good amount of cave systems that I don't even have to be worried about mobs in these cave systems. So I could just come down here and explore to my heart's content as long as it remains a mushroom biome. I'm golden. No worry of creepers sneaking up behind me to sniff my toes. No worries about skeletons shooting me off of cliffs. Oh, so what are the chances? This is right below that tree. Up above the surface. I just heard my furnace crackling and popping up there, so let's actually just follow that rooted dirt down to the lush cave for the time being. I'm gonna light this area. Whoa. Mycelium down this low. How about that? Oh, I'm out of torches. Yeah, let's go ahead and head down to that moss or lush cave rather. See if there's anything. That is definitely not where I came from. I definitely need to be a little bit more careful when exploring. Because I don't have feather falling on my boots. But yeah, you know, let's just follow this opening down. And we should get to that cave eventually. The lush cave, right? In theory. You know, this is probably where... Yeah, that's exactly where I was before, where the drop down was. That's too funny. Okay, so if I go that way, actually, what's our level? Yeah, we're at level 43, so we're still quite a ways up. No lush caves down here at this level, so I guess we have to go down quite a bit further to get to it, but... Okay, this is looking promising. Yep, there's the rooted dirt. It continues down. Yeah, I want to try and get to it without digging for it. I think that would be kind of a fun challenge. So let's try and find a pathway that takes us there. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if we'll be able to find one, but you know, it's worth at least a try. Yeah. Well, maybe it's not exactly worth it a try, because it's right here. And then what are the, you know, let's check over in this direction, see if there's a way down from here. I'm gonna build a staircase here. I want to be able to get back up. And we'll need cobblestone for that. Perfect. And we are going to go ahead. Yeah, wow, I have to build a lot of stairs. There we go. That works. Should at least. Ah, and look at what we have here. It looks like I found the lush cave. How about that? Without even modifying the landscape all that much. I did have to place a few blocks to build a staircase, but you know what? That's fine. And I will go ahead and kind of modify this so that it's obvious where I need to go when I'm coming back. This is going to look pretty unnatural, I would say. Well, at least I hope I recognize that as unnatural. Anyways, while I'm down here, let's go ahead and collect some azalea and some moss. Because I can just make a moss farm up at the top. And obviously some glowberries, because glowberries are a block that I don't have yet, so... Is this all that the lush cave is? That would be pretty sad if that was all that this lush cave is. I'm tempted to go into free cam mode to check. Just because I'm super curious. Oh, no, doesn't look like that's all. We do have this little bit here. Oh, and it continues over to here a little bit. Ah, here we go. Here's the main bit of the lush cave, and yeah. Right, since it's a lush cave, we're going to have mobs, because it's no longer a mushroom biome. But we can deal with that. Hey, how did you bite my toes from there? Oh, well, hello there. I don't have my shield ready. That could be a... Oh, I left my shield upstairs. Criminy. That's not good. Okay. Okay, this is really bad. I left my shield upstairs, and I don't have... Huh. Yeah, that's really bad. So I'm gonna have to be very, very careful while exploring. Okay. Dude, this Minecraft music is really nice today. How about that? Oh, he dropped his helmet. Oh. Look at that. Lush Cave Diamonds. I got 3 from that, and good grief, my inventory is filling up fast with this stuff. Ah, yes, I knew there was a creeper down there, and I don't want you to... Okay, yeah, you can't pathfind over these things. Oh my gosh, the grass is the most infuriating thing. Good gravy, man. My gosh. You should be able to hit things through the grass. It's yeah. It's stupid that you can't. Anyhow. Yeah, I was considering a streaming Dyson Sphere program tonight instead of hardcore Minecraft, but since I forgot to change the title on the schedule, we're here in Minecraft. Of course, if there was somebody here, I would ask them if they wanted to see Dyson Sphere program. But oh, wait, what are you doing? This isn't a... Is this... Yeah, this is Mushroom Fields. What are you doing in Mushroom Fields, my guy? Oh, wait, hold on. That could actually be a good sign. That could mean that there's a spawner up there. I'm gonna check my... It's not letting me play... Uh-oh. This is all of a sudden not so good. Yeah, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that there may be a spawner up there. And it would have been great if it let me place blocks properly the first time. Gemini Christmas, man. Sometimes this game can be super infuriating, but not nearly as infuriating as games like Fortnite or Valorant. Can't stand Valorant anymore. I really love the game. I really love playing it, but the people in the game are the worst part. I was right. Look at that, a spawner. But no, the people in the game are the worst part about it. Not everyone's terrible, but there's enough terrible people in that game that, yeah, no, it's not worth it for my sanity. I hate the kind of person I become when I play that game. I get really upset and angry. So, since I don't want to be like that, I'm going to stick to calming games like Minecraft. That can be slightly infuriating at times, but I kind of like when games get a little bit infuriating because puts me to the test. Tests my mettle when it comes to survival. Fortnite is kind of the same way, but it's got different reasons. I can still handle Fortnite. Fortnite's all right, but I would still prefer games like Dyson Sphere Program and Minecraft and Satisfactory all day if I had the choice. But yeah, this Feather Falling 3 book is extremely nice to have. All right. Oh, right. I need to mark down the coordinates of this. All right. Okay. And here's a test. Because if we remember last time I was streaming, my hotkeys somehow stopped streaming when I was entering in the coordinates. So, this is going to be a real test. Oh, whoops. Not me accidentally hitting the A button a whole bunch. So, let me go back to here. Close out of that. Yeah, so none of the hotkeys are active in OBS Studio. I just double checked that. So, whoops. OBS. No. I want my manager open. There we go. Okie dokie. And that is 1793. 1793, right? Is what I said. Yeah. So it's negative 17. No, whoops. Aha. Good. When I typed the negative sign, it did not stop streaming this time. Okay, just double checking that. Okay, so 1921, negative 17, and 1793. Yeah, so we're a little ways from home on that one. We're 1100 on the x-axis and about 2,000 blocks away from home on the z-axis, but that's all right. Our portal means our distance is shorter, and also this completes the goal that I had when I started the exploration last stream of finding a source of XP. Zombie spawners are not exactly the best source of XP, but if I was to... Oh, I can't increase the max entity cramming without opening LAN and allowing cheats, but I don't want to do that. Dang it. Yeah, because if I do / game rule max entity cramming and then set it to like 500, I can't do it because I'm in hardcore mode. So I overlooked that. I meant to set the max entity cramming to like 100 or something because I'm playing in single player. I'm not too worried about lagging out a server. And to me, at least, the only reason that max entity cramming is set so low is resources. It improves performance. I think it's like 25 by default or something like that. So yeah, I have it set to like 500 in all my single player worlds. My regular survival worlds, but yeah, I guess I'll have to find a workaround on my hardcore world here. And I think that's another geode as well. So right nearby, we have ourselves another geode. Hello, Enderman. I actually do need your balls. Oh, where'd you go? I promise I wasn't gonna give you a vasectomy. Anyways, let's move on from that train of thought. Hello? Ender friend. Okay. Get me in here. Get me in here. I'm so glad I turned the volume of these guys down in my texture pack. Although I will say I do kind of miss it a little bit, but right, and there's no sharpness on the sword. That's painful. Okay, so there is a lot going on in this area. So obviously there's the zombie spawner that is over there up top. We have, it looks like an iron vein going through here. A geode that, I'm not sure which direction it opens up. Actually, you know what? Let me just fly into it. Yeah, so it opens up right here. That's what I thought. So we've got the geode. Actually, I'll grab those spore blossoms. But the iron vein, this diamond that I'll go ahead and collect, which is actually 3 diamond ores. Oh, 4 diamond ores. Wow, how about that? So that was nice. And then there's this nice open cavern down here to explore, which I'm not too keen on doing right now. Now that I have what I came for with the zombie spawner. So yeah, I guess in the I guess while we're waiting for the iron to grow. What? No, the sugarcane to grow. I'll go ahead and start digging this out, getting it ready for spawning for farm here. So 4 blocks away on each side. Take it to a cube. Make it one more on this side, and then we dig right down. Okay, no, I should really stop. I should really stop singing. It's not exactly my strong suit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfection. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alrighty, there we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And now we mine this whole thing down at least 1 block, just so that I drill it home. And this is the square. I'd ask how y'all's days were, but there's nobody here to ask. Yeah, I feel bad because usually I start my stream an hour earlier than I did today. And I know that Sunday Latte usually streams at the same, around this time. So I kind of started my stream at the same time as her. So I do feel kind of bad about that. Actually, in fact, I don't know if she's actually streaming today. I think she is. But I don't know unless I check Twitch. So let me go do that. Open image. Oh, no, I don't want to open image in new tab. Come on. Open link in new tab. There we go. Let's see. Is she live right now? No, actually doesn't look like she's live today. At least yet. So. Anyways, my point is that usually this is around the time when Sunday streams. So I don't like to be streaming at the same time because I feel like I would be taking up her time slot. But anyhow. Ooh. Even though that's not how that works, because I mean I can stream whenever I want. It's just a matter of not everyone's going to be able to watch every stream all the time. So that's just something I need to remember. But you know, I still end up feeling kind of bad when I overlap. But so, again, there's no reason for me to feel that way. Anyways, let's see. I think I want the killing or the harvesting chamber to be kind of to the north here. So, or I guess not kind of to the north, just to the north. There's no reason to add a kind of there. Makes it easy because there's a lot of room down there if I want to build a special kind of excuse me, I'm pretty tired, special kind of collection chamber or anything. Okay, so if we start here, we need, oh right, I need to, this is how I'll tell where I need to dig out. Alright, that'll do. And then this will all push towards the very center here, and this is where the zombies will go. You know what, I kind of like the idea of what I usually used to do of pushing them into a channel first. Yeah, I kind of like that idea, actually, of doing that again. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do my old style of pushy zombie. Also, I built this one layer too high anyways, so not like that even mattered what I just did. But yeah, I'm gonna do the channel way, the channel oh, diamonds. How about that? But I'm gonna do the channel version instead of that main kind of layered coin pusher type. Because I feel like it just guarantees that they won't get stuck as much. So if we already put them into a channel like here, and then we'll have signs coming off of that. Well, let me go ahead and mine the diamond ore, because it won't be coming off the diamond ore, it'll be coming off of that. So let's just plan this out real quick and put the crafting table there. Grab ourselves some signs. Done. 3. But yeah, the idea is that it'll be pushed to here. Oh, right. That's why I don't do this usually, because I have to extend the water stream, which means I would have to dig this down one more. Which is a-okay, actually. I'm fine with that, digging this down one more. It means that they won't get stuck as easily anyways, so. Oh, well, well, excuse me. It's Yeah. Wow, this got infinitely more, I guess, not necessarily irritating or anything. It's just, that's so funny that that showed up there. Anyways. While I'm down here, I'll go ahead and place a couple more torches. Why not? Because I may find a couple more diamonds while doing this. Oh, is that the same geode, or is that... No, I think this is a different geode, isn't it? Yeah, no, this is a completely separate geode. Okay. Wow. Alright. We have another geode in the area. We can get all the purple blocks that we need for builds. Oh, wait. Hold on. Is that a third? No. This was the original geode. And then the other geode is... Okay, gotcha. So this is the original geode that we found that opens up. Yeah, right over here. And then... Cool. We've got a couple of geodes. Oh, axolotls. I'll be honest. I forgot about the fact that I would find some down here. I didn't forget about axolotls. I just kind of... It's not something I always think about when I come down into the caves. So, didn't really remember that I would be seeing them down here. Yeah, I don't know why I tried to place a torch before hitting that creeper. Almost turned out pretty badly since I don't have a shield. Yeah, but in the end it worked out. So, I'm not too worried about it. As long as the Enderman doesn't see... As long as I don't look at the Enderman while getting rid of these guys, they shouldn't be too much trouble. Even if there are 4 of them now. Okay. Jeez. A lot of explodey boys today. Oh, I am out of torches. There we go. Let me craft some more of these bad boys, because I'm going to need them. Okay. I think we should be alright there. Yeah, we look okay. Hello? There we go. Okay. I'm not going to test my luck trying to do any more of the zombie spawner right now. I'm going to go back up to the surface. Back up to the surface and see how the sugarcane is doing. So, I don't entirely remember how I got down here. I know I traveled through this at the very least, so I'm sure I'll find my way out just fine eventually. Oh yeah, right here. How about that? Oh, is there just a fish drowning over here on land? Oh, yeah. Wait, what? Oh. Oh. Unintentional fish farm. Okay, well. Anyways. None of my business. That's too funny, though, that is just there. For the fish to do that on. Yeah, I guess now the question is, will I even remember how to get down to that place? I mean, since I've got the coordinates written down, I can dig into it from above. So I'll be able to get to it just fine in the future. But it's just a matter of, will I remember the pathway? That's one of the interesting... Oh, there's a copper vein here, too. Oh, my gosh. I'm finding all kinds of goodies in this little area. Yeah, I think I'll build a wall here just so that I know that there's something there if I ever come back down here as the way to get to there. But yeah, I think this, this is the way out because of the rooted dirt. I remember following the rooted dirt. So I need to oh wait, did I come this way? No, this was this place. Oh yeah, no, I did come this way. Okay, that was almost bad. Okay. Well, I didn't need to go that way. Well, anyways, now I'll have a way to get across here without almost dying to doll damage, or fall damage. Whichever way you prefer to say it is fine with me. I do need to get my rice cooked for my lunch tomorrow. That is something I need to get done. So, I'm not gonna stream for a super long time tonight. This was really supposed to be a pretty quick stream for me. Probably done by 10 or 11, depending on how it goes. Yes, here we are. Here's the exit. It goes right around this way. Nope, I think the exit is over here, actually. I actually think they both connect this area. And no, oh yes, this is the exit. Exactly where I thought it was. How about that? And I'll go ahead and place the dirt there. Alright, this should get us more than enough paper to continue mapping. You know, sugarcane grows a lot faster than I remember. I definitely feel like that grew really quickly compared to what it usually feels like. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's some kind of perspective thing. I'm not sure. Put all this away, all the stuff that I don't need. Yeah, I've got myself some good totals of diamonds there, up at 18. So, okay, how many maps will that be? 13 maps. Yeah, dude, that's plenty to get us a pretty good way on the rest of this. And in fact, I do need to get to more wood because that is just simply not going to cut it for item frames. I need to just get all the item frames down. Yeah, I'll leave some floating trees for now. It's not, it is going to bother me a little bit that I've done that, but it's not the end of the world in this case because I want to remember where I planted the trees for when I plant more. And we still need... Well, I just used all the wood in my inventory and still didn't get any... Still didn't get any... Or enough item frames. How about that? It is time for me to chop down more of this wood. I need it for the item frames and everything in between. Well, I guess the item frame is a solo item, so I guess there couldn't be anything in between item frame. Doesn't make all that much sense, but I do need wood for a lot of stuff other than item frames, so anyways, I digress. Let me... Oh wow, you've got an extra little bit to you here. Oh, quite a bit of an extra little bit there, eh? All right. Can hold on to that for now. I hate that I left that tree floating, but yeah, it's fine. It's fine, and we'll turn all of that into sticks. And turn all of that into item frames. Yes, so that will be all that I can do for now. But we'll work our way around. I may not even need to do this bottom layer at all. We'll see. Tentatively, I'll remove it just because I don't want to. Whoops. Map anything more than I have to. Especially considering I may have to map a whole another row here or a whole nother row on the other side, depending on how close this other sea temple is. But for now, I am going to go straight south from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maps. So I'll be making 6 maps from going directly south off of this map. So let me head over to the ocean and get that started. Wait, hold on. Yeah, on this side I won't actually have to because the sea temple isn't on this side of this island. It's on the other side of this island, so I don't even have to worry about that. Oh, right, I've got a boat. What am I doing? But I do still need to go south by 6 maps simply because I had to map this sea temple like I said I would. So, hooray me. Oh, right, and I should get some copper and a feather so that I can actually explore those ruins. I do still need to continue looking for the mangroves, for a mangrove swamp near that area though, because I do want to get some of that mangrove wood. So anyways, put that in my inventory, go south by a good amount until I know that I'm off the map for sure. Actually, I'll go and double check. Yeah, off the map. And I work my way south again. I'm off the map. Alrighty. So that was 1. This is 2. Yeah, there's a lot of ruins that I'll be able to explore. That one there, the one behind me. This is 3. Yeah, there's a lot of maps that I'll be able to explore. Or ruins that I'll be able to explore to try and get sniffer eggs from. But I actually think I only get sniffer eggs from the ones in the warm oceans. From the suspicious sand and not the suspicious gravel that you find at these ones. But you never know until you try. I could look it up on the wiki, but I want to figure out for myself because I'm a stubborn little brat that way. I'm not a brat, actually. I shouldn't call myself that. I just like doing the challenge of figuring things out myself in games. Anyways, 3. 4. I think we'll actually have some icebergs on the very last map that I do here. So we are at oh no, we're still on the map here. All right, that's 4, 5. Then the next map will be the last map. So yeah, I feel like this is like the perfect iceberg right here, the one right in front of me that Aang from Avatar, The Last Airbender, would pop out of with his Sky Bison Appa. It just looks like that kind of iceberg. But, oh, look at that. There is no icebergs on the maps. So, huh. How unfortunate. I thought we'd get a little bit, but that's all right. But yeah, the reason I won't be streaming too long tonight is simply because I need to get my lunch ready for tomorrow. I'm not sure how it'll work out because I know that sometimes lunch can be provided depending on how things pan out when doing the recovery efforts, but you always want to go prepared. So I've got to get some stuff ready, pack a lunch, prepare my cooler with some waters and all that good stuff. And I've actually got 2 cases of water in the back of my car ready to go. I know that I know they probably already have plenty of water down there, but doesn't hurt to have that back there just in case. So yeah, that's why I actually was considering that's why I was actually considering canceling today's stream as well. But I like doing this too much. I have to have my mental breaks as well. So this is a nice kind of downtime after work, after running around, getting all the stuff I need, and then before I do a good day's work tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to being able to help some people. So, yeah. It's truly to me, somebody who is really into meteorology, who watches severe weather all the time, gets really excited when severe weather comes through town. I think for me, this is going to end up being a good look into what it's actually like after one. Because, sure, I've seen stuff on TV, and I've seen documentaries and stuff, but I've never seen tornado damage firsthand. So I think this will be a valuable experience, because I know that there's a lot of people that have had their lives turned upside down by this, and my heart goes out to them, and I just want to help, and so that's where it is. But yeah, funny thing is, as soon as this happened, I discovered a whole bunch of YouTubers that actually were in the area as well. So seeing their stories and their accounts of what happened is really interesting to me, because I never would have thought. I never would have thought that certain I never would have thought of some of the things that they had to do afterwards. But anyways, I digress. We're playing Minecraft. Okay, so we'll go east of this map, and we'll start with this map. So that's 1, 2, and go all the way north. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 maps. So we'll fill up the entire bar. Oh, actually, we need 1 more map if we're gonna do that. So yeah, I'll just grab 8 more paper real quick. Right, I guess it'll have to be 9 more paper. Oh, none of it's grown? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. That was an unexpected realization that none of that had grown yet. Well, anyways, I'll need 1 more map to do that, so let's see if I have any left over. Nope, nothing. Nothing in there. I wish we could bone meal sugarcane. Oh boy. Yes, sir. Storm. Okay, sorry, I had to answer a couple of texts that I got. I'm really bad about answering texts sometimes, so have to do it right when I get them, or else I'll probably forget for a day or two. Alrighty, we are awake now. Yeah, so I just need 8 more sugar canes so that I can build, or so I can craft enough paper to make another map. It would be great if I would get them quickly here, but I can't really bone meal sugarcane, I don't think. Not if I recall properly. I do remember seeing sugarcane kind of spattered around the island somewhere, if I recall. I think it was right around this corner. Nope. Oh, no, I think it was right around the other corner. Can I? Oh, I can't. Yeah, the limits of where you can turn your head when you're in a boat is a little bit strange, but you know, that's fine. Huh. I know there was sugarcane around here somewhere. Actually, you know what? It might have been on that island, but man, this stuff really needs to grow a little quicker, eh? It'd be great. It'd be a really wonderful thing. I could just pick up 8 of the one. You know, I think I will just do that, just so that I can get this bit of the map out of the way. So there we go. It'll grow by the time I'm done, so that I can have plenty of it when I come back next time. Okay, let's get that paper in there. Craft. Oh, I already had 4 paper. Whoops, the daisies. That is a-okay though. So we need 8 maps, but yeah, we're gonna go direct. Oh yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Okay, good. Yeah, we're gonna go directly east of this map, so we need to go south and east to get to it. We should end up mapping the entirety of this island now. That could have been dangerous. There's a little hole there, isn't there? Anyways. Yeah, we should end up with this map being entirely mapped, because I don't think the protrusion up at the northern side, or the northeastern part of the island, goes another 128 blocks past this coast here. But I could be wrong in that assumption. But yeah, I also need to get... Oh, yeah, I'm looking at this here, and I'm thinking, wait a sec, we might actually... Well, anyways. Yeah, so this is... Yeah, so I don't think it goes 128 blocks further that direction. That part of the island. However, that said, I'm not sure if the Sea Temple... Okay, so this is... Okay, I'm really glad I have my phone on silent. An Amber Alert. That's the 3rd one this week. Good grief. Anyways. Glad my phone is on silent, or else you guys would have been getting an earful there. Okay. I think we're off the map here. Yes, perfect. And if I go, yeah, I'll work my way south here real quick, because I'll be going north afterwards. But yeah, it looks like this is the last stretch that we'll need to get this temple on the map, the southern one, for the southern island here, the big island. So that's good. That's really good news for me. I was correct in that, but the northern island is going to pose the biggest issue. I really hope I don't need to put another strip to the east for it, but I suspect that ultimately that island's that island's second sea temple is a little further east than I currently am going. But we'll see. We will see once we start mapping this. Actually, we'll see as we approach, because the sea. Oh, right. I need to make sure that I'm mapping properly here. I think we're good there. Yep, halfway through. Perfect. Yeah, we'll be able to tell as soon as we get the sea temple rendered in sight. Yeah, I still can't believe they're... Oh, yeah, look at that. Perfect. It's going to be on this... Actually, it will be mapped after I'm done with this row of maps. So, the size of the map board that I have there, that pink cherry wood that I have, is perfect. Absolutely lovely. Could not have asked for a better size. I'll be honest, I kind of lucked out with that, though. And I was right. This island does not extend 128 blocks past where the previous eastern edge of the map lies. It really nicely wraps itself up here. Now, I will have to go right over this ocean monument, which I'm not super fond of doing. But it was okay last time I went over it, when I mapped one earlier today. So I think we'll be okay this time as well. Oh, did I accidentally... No, I didn't. Good. Thought I accidentally created a duplicate there for a sec. Oh, are we gonna have this on the map? Hold on. We might not, now that I'm looking at it. No, we should. Yeah, it'll be just barely for this one, but it should be on the map. Interesting that it's not showing up on this one. Is it really that far north? Is it really just on... Oh, yeah, well, yeah, because this part isn't going to show up on the map. It's that part that shows up on the... Oh, my gosh, that scared the living daylights out of me. Okay, well, I got mining fatigue, which is what I wanted to try and avoid, but that's all right. Oh, yeah, it's only half on the map, but that's okay. I just needed to know where it was. If I decide to extend the map another row to the east later, I'll extend it another row to the east later. But okay, that was terrifying. That's why I didn't want to get too close. But honestly, it won't be too bad because it's only 4.5 minutes, and I think I can still milk mushrooms for milk if I use a bucket instead of a bowl. So I'm not too worried about it. Oh, sweet. And the Cardinals beat the White Sox. Shut them out 3-0 too. So let's see. How many strikeouts did Sonny Gray have? I bet on him having, or I didn't actually bet anything, but I guessed on him having the most strikeouts of the day. So let's see. Let's see what the summary was. The box score. Let's see. Cardinals. Pitching. He had 6 strikeouts today, 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 walk. Dude, Sonny Gray masterclass today. Wow. And those are the only 3 hits that were given up to the White Sox today. So, geez. Yeah, I do sort of feel bad for the White Sox. They're off to an abysmal start to the season. I mean, so are the Marlins and Rockies, but the White Sox officially have the worst record in baseball, the least wins in baseball. They're 6-26, 6 wins and 26 losses. Oh, that's rough. I actually know somebody who is a White Sox fan, so maybe I should check in on them, make sure that they're doing okay. That's a rough start to the season. Although that's pretty bad. I do think that's worse. I think it was 20. I think it was 4-21 was what the record was when the Reds did it a couple years ago, or had a bad record a couple years ago, if I recall. But I was right. So yeah, so I do need to go. But yeah, look at that. Got our long boy Japan-ish type island. Yeah. I really want to call this island Japan and come over here and call this Hokkaido because that's what it reminded me first of all. But I don't think it's close enough to warrant me doing that comparison. But anyways, we need 10 more. We need 10 more maps, so we need 80 more paper, which will take a little while. So I'm not gonna worry too much about finishing that up. We've finished all of the mapping that we wanted to, so I think I will consider our main task for today done. The mapping of the Mushroom Island, finishing it out, and well, you know what? Well, I guess I do want to get the other monument on here. So we've got 1, 2, 3. It's amazing just how close these all are, but you know what? Yeah, I'll wait to call today's task finished until we get the other monument on there. So I think we'll need at least 2 more maps. I think the ocean monument will be on this one, but it may be on this one. So we'll wait to have all 4 before we do anything. That said, I do need to make sure that I do need paper still to be able to do that. So I do still need to have be vigilant about, or I guess ready to harvest the sugarcane. But yeah, so I said 4 more maps, which is, oh my gosh, this is so slow. But it's still instant break, so it doesn't even really matter. The hand animation being comically slow is hilarious. But yeah, so this gets us 15 paper, which will get us 2 more maps. So I'm going to use this as an opportunity to take a guess, and I am going to say that it is on the second map. So I'm only going to need the maps that I'm about to make. I'm only going to need the last 2 maps here. So let's see if I am correct in my assumption. So we're going to go straight south from here and see how it goes. Somewhere over the rainbow, somewhere where a mushroom field is very, very large. Wait, what? Severe thunderstorm watch? I didn't think we were supposed to get severe weather today here. Oh, interesting. I know we are on... Ooh, I should be a little bit more careful. I know we are on Monday. And, another thing too is, though the previous severe weather threat is more or less, or is past, this upcoming Monday we once again have a fairly considerable risk for severe weather again in the same places that were just hit by tornadoes. It's such a widespread area too, which makes it even more wild that pretty much everywhere that was already hit is I'm only gonna need 1 more map here. Yeah, which makes it even more wild that everywhere pretty much that was already hit is going to be hit, or going to be in the severe weather threat for Monday as well. So my heart goes out to all those people that have to deal with that after being hit by a tornado already. I can't imagine what that's like. Well, I was right. It was I didn't even need that second map, but I'm still going to map out this second spot. Oh, that's where the sugarcane was. But I'm still going to map out the second spot here simply because I have the map with me already, and I'm going to have to do it eventually anyways. So, oh, hello. There we go. Oh, there's... Huh, so the sandbar is high enough to be on the map. Cool. Anyways. But yeah, Yeah, severe weather is such an interesting thing. It I guess you know just weather in general. It does not conform to human life. It disrupts it, and even though it may have already disrupted, it doesn't stop. It's not like, oh yeah, no, I already hit that place, so I'm not gonna hit it again for a while. I'll let them clean up. No, no, it'll it'll hit it'll hit the same place 2 times and 4 times in one day if it wants to. So yeah, then obviously just a little bit over a week later, it'll hit the same places again. The good news this time, though, is that the main portion, like where they're expecting it to be the worst, isn't in the same place as it was last time. So that's good. That'll be the bright side to the outlook, but doesn't make it any less concerning or any less, I guess, poorly timed. It's just one of those things where it yeah, it's just a thing. Honestly, it's not nothing you can do about it, and yeah. But anyways, I digress again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 ocean monuments. That is, dude, that is wild to me. Let's take a look at this from a bird's eye view. And you can barely see the one up here off the edge of the map, but you can see the other one's pretty good. The little tiny squares there, there, and there. That's really something. I've played a lot of Minecraft, and sure, I've run into sea temples near each other before, but having 4 this close to each other is nuts. And actually, I'll bet you. I don't really have anything to bet because I can't gift subs, or I can't like give channel points or anything because I'm not an affiliate or anything. But I guess I'll just bet you nothing for now. But I'll bet you there's another one off in this direction. So down to the south past the southern tip. So I'm going to go ahead and check that. And then I'll go back up to near the swamp and continue trying to look for a mangrove swamp, because I got distracted last time by this little mushroom island that I found. I'm not sure if you guys knew that or not, but there was a mushroom island in this world that I happened to see while I was looking for the mangrove swamp last time. So, yeah, that kind of took my attention away from that goal. Actually, I don't even remember what the main goal of the search was in the first place, actually. I think it was a jungle or a desert, or the two things I was looking for. Yeah, it was, because I was gonna make a bamboo and cactus XP smelter farm thing. Okay, yeah. So the quest is a bamboo jungle and a desert ultimately. So I will head back to the savannah and the swamp here in a little bit. But so off in this direction is where I said there could be another monument. So let's see if I'm right. Is there a 5th monument nearby? The only problem that I'll have is the fact that there is the frozen ocean over that way. So I would have to go a little bit further. This is the west side of the island, I believe. So I think I'd have to work my way a little further west than south if I wanted to find another severe weather island. Huh? Excuse me? No, another sea temple. What? Severe weather island? Huh? Anyways. Yeah, because if I remember correctly, they can't spawn underneath the icebergs. But that's only if I'm remembering correctly. I'll still drop in and do a double check here in a sec. Yeah, there's nothing under here. So, okay, I was wrong. There wasn't another sea temple off in this direction. Well, actually, I can't say that just yet. There could be one just beyond this area here, but I'll work my way back to the north here as the nighttime progresses. Unfortunately, I forgot to bring my bed with me, so I can't sleep it through. But yeah, this is an absolutely massive frozen ocean. Holy cow. I don't think I've actually ever seen one quite this large before. So that's definitely a new little bit to me. Or a new little bit of scenery as well. As well as the Mushroom Island of four darn ocean monuments nearby. That was certainly something as well. Ah, yeah, here we go. So this is... Oh, that... Wow. That definitely looked like an ocean ruin to me. Don't mind me. I'm going crazy. Yeah, I should probably go ahead and... huh? What? Severe... we just got put under severe thunderstorm watch. We're already under a severe wonderthorn storm. What did I just say? A severe thunderstorm warning is what I was trying to say. Oh, holy moly. Yeah, you know what? I should probably go ahead and end stream here in a few minutes. That's a really fast mover. Yeah, because I need to unplug my computer from my wall. So, although since it's moving so fast, I don't know if lightning and power surges will actually be a problem. Oh yeah, I don't know if I told the story yet, but my computer, I almost fried my computer, my brand new computer, because it was plugged in, well, it was plugged into my surge protector, but the more I think about it, I don't know if I actually remember to set flip the surge protector switch on my power strip when the storms were moving in on Saturday. So I very nearly lost my motherboard or my power supply. The power supply wouldn't be too bad because that was actually one of the less expensive parts in my build. But no, losing the motherboard would be a big financial hit to replace, because yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Okay, actually, I think I was going southwest when I was exploring. I don't remember anymore. Shoot. So yeah, I've probably already been through this area here. So going this way. Oh boy, that caught me by surprise. The trident guy. Yeah, I'm not dealing with that. I forgot my shield again, so that's a death wish. So yeah, let me go back to the Mushroom Island, and then I'll work my way around from there. I'll use the Mushroom Island as my main base for the exploration, trying to find the swamp, or the mangrove swamp, the desert, and the jungle. Oh, sweet. You know, I'll go ahead and sleep at this village as well. This is where I stole that bed that I'm using on the Mushroom Island. I do remember that. So I have already been around here, so I don't know what. Yeah, I shouldn't have gone that way. But yeah, there is not another... There's not another... sea temple. So... Which is honestly probably a good thing, because knowing me, I'll think of a massive project with these 4 anyway, and then spend way too much time doing that instead of actually anything productive. And then this world will just quickly become only that project, which is actually not necessarily a bad thing, focusing on one project at a time. So, yeah. But since I'm playing this mostly all on stream, the idea is that I don't want to spend too much time in one place just constantly. Although, I've already spent 2 streams at this Mushroom Island, so I guess my point... Well, I mean, 2 streams isn't too bad, though. Dude, where did this storm come from? I mean... Oh, I know. Wait. Oh, I know. Today's Friday. No, it's tomorrow that we're not supposed to get anything. Never mind. Don't mind me. No. It's Sunday that we're not supposed to get anything. What? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you're wondering, I just double checked that while I was. Okay. That is one of the ones that I've already found. Right. Right. Please. Okay. Good. It is. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Good. Okay. That would have been something else if that was a whole separate sea temple than the 4 that were nearby already. Okay, I'm gonna work my way north here. I think that's probably the best bet, just based on things. I could work my way to the east as well, past the Mushroom Islands, which also isn't a bad bet. But what gamble do I want to take here? I think I will follow this shoreline here for a little bit at least to see if it humors me. Yeah, I don't think there's going to be mangrove swamp near that swamp, unfortunately. I mean, I don't know what the chances are of there being one across the ocean from it. If I just went directly to the south from there, and of course there's a thunderstorm. Why wouldn't there be? So I guess I could do that at some point and go directly south across from the swamp, but I think that's a little bit of a fool's errand because that's based on no kind of Minecraft science, because since we'd be working our way across a cold biome anyways in the cold ocean, the frozen ocean with the icebergs, there'd be no point because the biomes work back to cold anyways. So I think our best bet is just going north here for a little bit, just seeing what we have, and then after that going to the east, seeing what land masses are over there, and deciding after that. Yeah, it looks like this is just gonna be a whole lot of forest for a while. I want to see what this landmass is here. And of course my render distance is actually pretty high. I think, oh whoops, wrong button. Video settings. Yeah, I'm at 24 chunks. Not everyone can do that. I've just got a really beefy computer, so yeah, let's see here. Yeah, looks like, yeah, we're getting back into cold biomes there, so I think I'll start turning to the east now. Okay, I was right. Okay, going north. There's our fifth sea temple right there. Holy moly, dude. Wow. Okay, well, I was right about there being another one nearby. I just was incorrect in the direction it would be. Good grief. Good grief. I could not make this up if I tried. I never would have guessed. I never would have had on a bingo card for a Minecraft world having 5 sea temples in the same vicinity of the ocean, of an ocean. Because if I go a little ways to the south here, my Mushroom Island should start rendering in. I mean, just think about that for a sec. Okay, maybe this is a little further away than I'm making it seem like it is, but still, it's relatively close by because it's not too far by boat. Yeah, I'm wondering if this will turn into a desert just beyond the plains there. It doesn't look like it. It looks like that's just a bunch of beach beach up against the plains and a forest biome. So I'm just gonna keep going this way until it looks like that's no, that's just the horizon playing tricks on me. I thought there was a warm ocean over there. That's what I guess that's the biggest thing that we should be searching for is a warm ocean, which actually that does look like a warm ocean. So that will be our best bet, I think, on finding the jungle and the desert is staying in the warm ocean here. And also, if I had a feather and some copper, which actually copper will be easy to get if I just go underground real quick, I would be able to get sniffer or try and get sniffer eggs from the suspicious sand in this biome. But yeah, it looks like there's a shallow area over there. Wait, what is going on here? Okay, so there's just two random patches of non-warm ocean. It's just... Wait, what? This is a river and a stony shore. Okay. What's this place then? There's no way. What is this one? This is stony shore river. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because that makes perfect sense. Anyways, so... Okay, so the whole... Oh my gosh, I thought that was a spider. No, that's just a moth. Just a moth. That is just a moth, Crimson. Oh my gosh, you can calm down now. When I tell you I'm terrified of spiders about that size, I'm yeah. Smaller spiders I can handle fairly well. I've gotten pretty used to those. I've kind of cured my arachnophobia when it comes to smaller spiders, but spiders that are a little larger. Oh wait, no, that's not just a forest. That's a jungle. There's vines over there on those trees. Anyways, but no, yeah, fun fact about Crimson. I have really bad arachnophobia when it comes to monsters, spiders in real life. Bigger than a certain size. Okay, well, if I can only find if I can find a chicken over here in this very small jungle, then that would be absolutely fantastic. Because then I can make myself a archaeology brush so that I could look for sniffer eggs, because I do really want to get sniffer eggs as well. All right, this is the smallest little jungle island, and I don't actually think there's going to be any bamboo on it. Could be chickens on here though. There's always that chance. Wow. Yeah, I don't think I've actually ever seen a jungle island this small before. This would be a really fun survival island type island. So look at that. How about that? Cool. Well, anyways, let's continue working our way this way and exploring the lukewarm ocean, or the warm ocean, I guess, for that matter, because we're bound to find more. Yeah, I was about to say we're bound to find more jungle eventually if we stick by it. And I think we may have a desert over here. I'm not certain. What am I looking at over there? That is very flat and uninteresting. Yeah, I think that's just a beach island. Yeah, look at that. It's like what you would see around an undersea volcano in real life. So. Oh, well. If I just kept going this way. Look at that. Wow, that is a conglomeration of biomes right there. Oh my goodness. Okay, so you've got some kind of stony shore, or maybe gravelly shore. You've got a coral reef. You've got a jungle biome. You've got a mesa. Wow, yeah, this is quite the... Oh, another coral reef. Yeah, this is quite the conglomeration. Good gravy. And you know what? I don't think there's actually any bamboo in this jungle. It's just a very tiny little bit of jungle too, which is unfortunate, but that's all right. Yeah, no, this is cool though, having this island here, because this is a really good spot for exploration. Yeah, and I don't know if that's actually a desert yet, so let me go ahead and do this and this so that I can write down the coordinates of this place. And since I've hit escape, the game is paused, so don't mind me. Alright, we're going to write down the coordinates of 3381 72 1118. And we're going to call this Biome Conglomerate Island. I want to just denote it with IS. Alright. Yeah, we're quite a ways from home. But yeah, nether travel won't be too bad to get to here. Yeah, look at that. That's a dude, this is gorgeous. This is actually very... Wow, that's a very large coral reef to begin with. But that's a very... I feel like this is a very realistic kind of location relative to an island for a coral reef. And same thing with that one over on the other side. Really impressed with that, actually. That, to me, is probably one of the coolest little bits of this coral reef. Is its mirroring of realism. And yes, I'm going to be smelting some copper here. I need the furnace first, that would help. So that I can go underwater and get some of those suspicious sand bits looked at, or archaeologized. Excavated, there we go, that's the word I'm looking for. And there is bamboo, perfect. Yeah, that's the idea, is that hopefully there's a chicken on this island somewhere. Or a feather. I'm not. I think chickens are the only way you can get feathers now in this game, right? So hopefully I do find a chicken somewhere on this island. Yeah, I don't think you can find them in chests anymore. Though I could be wrong. There's always that possibility. But hopefully there's a chicken on the... Okay, there's skeletons, and I really should have brought a bed. I think I'll go ahead and explore around this island with a boat while it's nighttime. I don't think I'm gonna traverse the island, because I know mesas and deserts tend to be pretty dangerous at night. Which works to your advantage sometimes. Wait, is that a moth? Oh, absolutely not. That is not a moth. What the heck is that? Is that... Is that a queen ant? Or... Yeah, I think that's just an... I think that's just an ant, or like a male ant or something. Yeah, it's probably like the nuptial flight season for that specific... Uh-oh. Okay, sorry about that. Stream is back. But yeah, anyways, what I was saying, yeah, I don't think that is an... Well, obviously it's not a moth, but... Shoot, it actually doesn't look like an ant either. I was initially theorizing that it was an ant during its nuptial flight, which is what happens when they're ready to breed, and the males will go flying. and the queens will go flying through the air. They'll sprout wings and breed. Fun fact, by the way. But no, I don't know what kind of bug that is, and also it disappeared, so I couldn't give you any more information on it. It flew off somewhere. So, hopefully it's not gonna bite me or anything. I'm not too worried about that though. Yeah, I do think that that's just a large cliff of some kind, or like beach of some kind. I don't think that's actually a. Whoa. Well, hello. This is an interesting. Yeah, another really good depiction of, I think, of a coral reef, how it would be in real life. But yeah, this is a very interesting mesa and stony shore kind of combination. This is really cool. Yeah, I think I'll go over there, try and find a chicken. And maybe there's a desert. There's definitely a village over there. That's cool. That's another village that I can add. What's that, the 6th or 7th village that I found in this world? I guess I'd have to go through all my old streams and count, but or I could just plug my world save into like a mapper that maps all the loaded chunks, which actually isn't a terrible idea. That would be kind of a fun thing to do. I may actually download a mini-map mod as well, because I'm thinking about all of the... I'm thinking about the fact that I'm using just my notepad to keep my coordinates, and I'm thinking, yeah, that just feels really clunky. I should just download a mini-map. I was avoiding it for the longest time just because I'm kind of a Minecraft vanilla purist. I do love playing with mods, but obviously, because they're a ton of fun, but I'm kind of a vanilla purist to an extent, so I wanted to avoid using a mini-map, but honestly, it's such a big quality of life thing. I'll probably be adding one here sooner than later. That's perfect. Perfect. There's a desert. Heck yeah. That's the only other thing I actually went exploring for back in last stream when I found that mushroom island. So, all right, we have the things we came for, which is sand or cactus and bamboo. Actually, I'll get a lot more cactuses, but I guess I'll need sand too. But there's sand near my. I was about to say my main base, but actually, I think I'm gonna build the cactus farm, the cactus and bamboo XP farm on the mushroom island. I think that's actually a good idea. Okay, yeah. If you're wondering why I haven't ended stream after I said I would with the storms approaching, it's because I have the radar pulled up and they've weakened considerably as they approached me, so I'm not too worried about them striking my building with lightning anymore. And frying my computer, like they almost did on Saturday. Again, trivial things though, because I know people lost their entire livelihoods on Saturday, so I'm not trying to make light of the whole situation. I'm just relaying my experiences. It's it's still such a surreal thing to me, the fact that something like that has actually happened in a place that I'm able to help with. So that to me is really cool. But anyways, I digress. This is not about that. This is about Minecraft, and we're gonna go explore the ocean. Now that I guess I could change the title of the stream, but yeah, that's fine. Let's see. I don't need the raw chicken. I don't need the single cherry plank. I'll throw away. That's all I can throw away, reasonably. All right, yeah, let's go explore some underwater ruins. Oh, perfect. We've got respiration. I forgot that I had that, honestly. So that is extremely nice. Extremely nice to have. Okay, so I'm not going to go to shipwrecks. I'm not going to do any of that kind of fancy stuff. I am legitimately just going to look for the underwater ruins, because all I'm trying to get now is a sniffer egg. Actually, 2 sniffer eggs, because I can, really. It's just another farm that I can get out of the way. And I guess they're not really all that useful, because all they have is the torch flower seeds and the... Oh, interesting. Anyways, I just had a news article pop up on my phone. But anyways, I'm not going to discuss it here. It's not the forum for it. But anyways, yeah, even though sniffers aren't all that useful, I'm going to set up a sniffer farm because I think that they're really cool. And I do think eventually, anyways, I would hope eventually the developers of Minecraft will be adding additional ancient seeds and stuff for the sniffer to be able to find. And if not, then man, they have dropped the ball on another mob yet again. And it would be I'll be honest, it would be an extreme failure on their part. And I don't really feel bad saying that either, because I know that there's a lot that they're trying to do, but at the same time, there's certain things that you just can't leave kind of as a short implementation. And I think the sniffers have really been, I wouldn't necessarily say overlooked, but they've definitely I guess they've been very underwhelming compared to what they promised for the sniffer. So ultimately, I would love to see them add more to kind of flesh out the sniffer a little bit, but that's all right. And so I think that's the only real ruin that we found. I think there were some others back a little ways. So we'll go ahead and try. We'll get at least one sniffer egg, and then after that, I think I will go ahead and end stream. Oh, there's another ruin right over there, I think. So we'll go over there next. But yeah, I think I will go ahead and end stream after I get one sniffer egg, because I do need to get ready for tomorrow. I've got an early morning, early start. So don't want to be too tuckered out for tomorrow. Okay, I would build a door, but I don't think I'll need it since, well, oh, yeah, because I can just use this as my source of air down here. All right, here we go. Our first bit of treasure is an iron axe, which is not actually all that useful at all. Curse of Binding. That is a very incredibly useless book. Huh. You can swipe blocks that aren't suspicious. Cool. Didn't know that. I guess the more you know. Alright, so let's go ahead and swipe this one. Ooh, I will take the sherd, though. The pottery sherd. This is nice. Look at that. The shelter pottery sherd. Oh, hello there. Right. There's drowned here. I really hope I don't run into any trident drowns. That would be a problem. Admittedly. I'm not currently equipped to handle those buggers. There's got to be more suspicious sand around here somewhere. I feel like that was a very small amount of the stuff. I do think it's usually on the surface, so I wouldn't typically do this, but... Oh, hello there. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm not going to worry about... Oh, hello, you're a baby. I don't like that very much. Yeah, so, I don't think there was any more over there. I'll hold this in my offhand. Oh, right, the torches don't work when I have no air to place them in. Yeah, so I think I will go ahead and make a door after all. Oh, I already had a crafting table. Huh, lol. Yeah, you guys are really annoying and persistent. You know that? There's got to be more suspicious sand in the central area, right? I mean, it couldn't just be... All of that couldn't have just been it, right? Anyways. I digress once more. I've been doing that a lot this stream, the digressions, but... Anyways. Let's see, do we get... Nope, we get an emerald. Hooray! It's actually not terrible, I suppose, but... Definitely a little under... Oh, look, we've got 2 chances here at something cool, so... Okay, cool, you're not interested in me anymore. As soon as I touch the water, you are, though, so that's a little bit obnoxious. A little bit of wheat. Okay, that's... Bro, I'm in the middle of something. Leave me alone. Oh my gosh. Leave me alone. Aha! There it is. The sniffer egg. The cup. That was a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. Okay, so maybe we try and go ahead and get the second one. We won't actually set up the farm today, obviously. I don't have the resources to do that just yet, but... Shoot. Might as well get it set up since we've got... Or might as well try and go for the second one because we've already got one. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Well, that was the quickest I think I've ever considered that I would get sniffer eggs from anything. This is the first time I've ever actually gone and gotten sniffer eggs from these ruins, and that was super, super painless and quick. So, yeah, I don't think that is what the typical experience is like. I think it usually would probably take a little bit longer, but hey, luck was on my side today, so hooray. Let me replenish my air real quick. But I am going to go ahead and... Oh, one more piece of suspicious sand. I am going to go ahead and... Oh, is that another... What is that? Oh, is that... Oh, it's just a gold nugget. Okay. I am going to check around just to see what else is... Oh, there's another chest with... Oh, I'll take the emerald. What are the chances I get another... sniffer egg? Probably none, but... Yeah, I'm just going to search around a little bit. Get the obvious ones out of the way. I don't know what I just got there. Yeah, I don't know what I just got there. It's a little bit harder to tell when it's coming out the side. And oh, I got a wooden hoe from that one. Okay, let's put the door down and mine that piece of sand. Ooh, look at the sea fishing rod. I'll take that instead of the hoe. We'll drop that off. Don't need the gold nugget or the wheat. I've got plenty of wheat growing at my home base. Ooh, right. I do need the kelp, though. That is something I do. Actually, I think I already put some kelp. I think I already have the kelp in one of my chests. Yeah, I do know that. So I actually don't need the kelp, and I can put that in there just in case my inventory gets full. And then I know there was a building over here. And this is the last place we'll check. Just look for the obvious ones. Yeah. Oh, another pottery sherd. I will take that. But... Oh, the angler pottery sherd this time. Cool. Glad we got a couple of different ones. Can make some interesting pots. And we'll grab the emerald because shiny. Okay, well, that was a mighty successful journey over here to the ruins of the warm ocean. Let's see, hold on, which direction was I going to get back home? I think it's this way. So yeah, that was super duper... Wait, is that another ocean monument over there? Let's see, hold on, am I going towards my... Is that a sixth ocean monument? That is a sixth ocean monument. I have not found this one before. I know I haven't. Oh my. Oh wow. So I've got 6 ocean monuments to explore whenever I get the chance. So, oh. Bro, you can't make this up. That's 7. You're not okay. Good. You're not 7. Oh wait, no, no, never mind. That's one. Wait, I could. So I was right. There is okay. Yeah. So there's one to the north, which is that way up on that coast, and then there's yeah. So there are. Okay, so 4, 5. Oh no, 6. This is 6. Wait, 7 or 6? Yeah, this is the 6th one because the 5th one. Oh no, I did find a 6th one over there. I'm pretty sure. And yeah, so this is the 7th. No, no. I thought this was the 7th. No, this is the 6th. Yeah, so this is the 6th sea temple, and they're all. This one is so close to my 4 already. Yeah, so there. Okay, so there are now 6 sea temples in the direct vicinity of my Mushroom Island. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely absurd. The absurdity of the luck for this to be a topic of conversation that I even have 6 sea temples. What is that? Is this the small island? Yeah, this is the small island. I need to work my way south a little bit further to get to the main island, and then we'll end stream there. That is absurd. That is extremely absurd to me that there are 6. There are 6. I'm kind of speechless. It's kind of hard to put into words how that. Dude, that is 6 sea temples that I have been able to find in this world. That's unreal. That is absolutely absurd that is how that went. And yeah. Anyways, I do feel like I've got so much less than most people have on day 64, but that's because I've slept through almost every single night. So it's almost more like I'm on day 32 versus 64. So if you're wondering about that, that's probably why it seems like I have very few compared to what most people have. Oh, please give me that back. Thank you very much. Okay. I still can't believe I got both of those sniffer eggs back to back. That's super nice. Okay, well, that makes things a little easier. I've got the cactus, I've got the bamboo, I've got some sand that actually I'm going to start growing that cactus now, because getting as much as I can now will make building the farm a lot easier later on. So there we go. And actually, do I have any iron with me? I could actually make this an automatic collection. But, for now, we'll make it just hand-picked for ease of build. So, alright, well, anyways, that will be, whoops, wrong button again. That'll be it from me today. It was quite a bit shorter than most of my streams have been lately. I mean, 2 hours isn't super short, but still. I want to thank you guys for joining me this time around. I obviously, like I said, I won't be streaming tomorrow. I will be out away from home doing some cleanup work. And then the stream that I have for Sunday is tentative. I will do my best to try and and do that because if we remember where I left off in Skyblock, I was waiting for the sniffer. Ironically enough, I was over here getting the sniffer eggs. I was waiting on my single sniffer to give me enough seeds to actually complete the challenge, and I have actually gotten to that point where I can complete that challenge. So let's just put it this way: I've significantly surpassed the number I need. So yeah, we're good, and that means I get another sniffer egg, and I can breed up sniffers, and not that I need to anymore. But anyways, so I would love to stream some Skyblock from AdStar on Sunday, but nope, I cannot promise that. And then obviously next week I will be out of town for my sister, and get to celebrate her for a little while. And actually, that's also Mother's Day weekend, so I got to celebrate my mother as well. So, anyways, all that said, please go check out my YouTube channel. Subscribe there. I'll be uploading some stuff there in the near future. I've got a couple of videos planned, but I cannot tell you exactly when they'll be out because one of them is definitely going to take a little bit more time than the other one. So we'll just see how that goes. But head over to my YouTube, subscribe there, watch some videos over there, see how you like it, and I will. And obviously you can check me out on Twitter as well. It's @ Crimson Gemini, because Crimson Gemini was taken on Twitter, unfortunately, or X, whatever you want to call it. And go ahead and drop a follow if you guys enjoy my streams. So anyways, that said, thank you guys so much for sticking around, watching, even though it's only me right now. I figured might as well say thank you anyways. And I will see you guys in the very next stream. Oh, wait, hold on. Is there somebody to raid? Actually, let me see who is streaming right now. Who is online? Who is doesn't look like anyone that I know is family friendly is on. So so anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end stream there. So thank you guys so much for sticking around and putting up with my silly antics. So, toodles!